Before we go any further, I think we should get our proton packs.
Good idea.
On Thacker, The Nightmare Before Christmas is a holiday classic that millions of people love every single year. But as with all things owned by Disney, everything eventually gets milked. But surprisingly, Nightmare hasn't gotten milked. At least not a lot. Yes, there is the millions upon millions of pounds of merchandise, but as for sequels or prequels or remakes, Nightmare hasn't been milked that way. But just because it hasn't, doesn't mean Disney hasn't tried to milk it that way. Before we get into that, I think we should take a look back. Because in its original release, Nightmare wasn't a big success. When The Nightmare Before Christmas was released in 1993, it only made $50 million on a budget of $18 million. So while yes, Nightmare was successful, it was only a mild success. Disney was actually scared of this movie. They kind of didn't want to release it. They thought it would be too scary for kids. And with it underperforming, I think it's safe to say that Disney didn't love this movie, at least not upon its initial release. Although Nightmare was reportedly a fairly big hit on VHS, over the years Nightmare would actually rather quickly grow a very large audience. By the 2000s it was very popular. So popular in fact, that in 2001, Disneyland started giving the Haunted Mansion a makeover every October and December, which is still done to this day. By 2003, Disney started looking into ways to milk this movie. The first of those ideas would have been a computer-animated sequel, but thankfully, Tim Burton talked Disney out of it. Since Tim Burton's a very smart guy, back when he made Nightmare, he wrote into his contract with Disney that they couldn't make a sequel without his permission. Although Disney still made sequels to this movie, in the form of video games, books, etc. Nightmare has been re-released in theaters a total of 6 times. In 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2020, and 2023. The last of which I got to see, which is a memory I'll cherish forever. So for a long time, it seemed like Disney wasn't going to try to milk this movie. That wasn't until 2019, when it was reported that Disney was possibly looking into making a sequel and or a live-action remake of Nightmare Before Christmas. Both of which have seemingly been dropped completely, since we haven't heard anything about either of those in like 5 years. So unless they're just really quiet about it, neither one of these is happening. And thank God for that. Nobody wants a live-action remake of Nightmare Before Christmas. Although in 2023, Henry Selick, Nightmare's director, not Tim Burton despite popular belief, said that he would be interested in doing a prequel about Jack Skellington and how he became king of Halloween Town. Although when Tim Burton was asked about this, he said they did not want any further projects in that universe. So as for now, it seems like Nightmare is safe from getting milked. At least from any sequels, remakes, or prequels. At least while the people that worked on Nightmare are still alive. Which sadly means that eventually, it's gonna get milked. And that's a day that I fear a lot. But let me know in the comments below, do you think Nightmare will ever get a sequel, prequel, live-action remake? Also, if you end up enjoying this video, consider liking and subscribing, and join the subreddit, and the Discord server. Bye guys for now! Bye-bye, Thacker.